following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Time to get
You
scolded.
ascend the stairs and go into the precinct. Somehow, Lieutenant Strong is waiting for you.
Well, how did you know? Approach.
Lieutenant.
Unfit for duty.
Of course.
No.
There was a bit of a scuffle last night.
I know.
Oh, that's a shame, John. I guess I'll just have to go ahead without you.
Also unfit for duty.
Damn it.
One more of those iron sights under bars again. Or two.
We have to let him go.
Nothing to get him on.
Oh, nothing concrete. Unfortunately, the district attorney feels that it would be a waste of money prosecuting him for crimes that happened in an unprosecutable region.
Her, on the other hand.
Yes, being charged with the assault on Precinct 113.
Excellent.
It's a shame she's not the same woman.
I was wondering how she ended up with the road cons.
Drugs.
Poor thing.
Couldn't handle a stunning defeat. Oh, you've probably seen the report, but Uncle Murray showed up again.
Yes, but you couldn't get him.
Yeah.
Maybe you got Khan.
I assume. No.
No. Come
No
on.
luck.
What does it take to What does it take to arrest that guy?
We do require the arrest.
He'll just get out again.
We'll just arrest him again.
Yeah, but he'll hurt so many more women.
Weren't you taught in the academy that the justice system in Night City is a revolving door of endless and futile struggle?
It shouldn't be.
Be better.
We are. It's the system that's letting us down. It is. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're writing stuff.
Yes, I am.
I'm allowed to criticize the system. Let's go to the dock.
Yeah, time for scolding number 2.
Why?
Kidnapping.
Should have let them take you.
Not me. Miss Steele.
Again?
Yeah.
High maintenance.
To be fair, it was...
Well, and others.
Yeah, she actually helped.
Yeah.
And how?
I don't know, you tell me.
You see that spear she did?
No, you haven't told me about it.
It was
She
great.
I don't like this half storytelling thing. You say, and how? Asking me to tell you the story? I don't know.
You
I
want to hear
wasn't
the
there.
story?
Dad kids today.
Kids these days.
Shut up and take your jab.
So you don't want to hear the story, fine.
I'm sick of treating you all the time.
Oh, that's
Not even when you're on duty. You know they're changing the policy on that.
Yeah, I figured. Whole pay frame is changing too, right? You didn't hear they're changing how we're getting paid. Although you're probably on a different system than we are.
Uh-huh. We're getting paid.
Actually, now I'm not too bad. 30 out of 45.
Ooh, la-di-da.
Because you got...
I'm 29 out of 45.
You're effectively one behind because you lost the heal you got.
I'm sure you'll lose more when you break Cat Burglar out of prison.
Better do a good job on that one. We owe her.
You do.
Wait, we're actually doing that?
You don't have to do it now. You've got a week.
Yeah, we got till Friday.
Yeah, the later we do it, we can take her in our way.
So yeah, the later we do it, the more annoying it will be for Cook.
Look, here's the deal, Cat. We rescue you if you let us arrest you till Saturday.
I'm not
Then you can
doing
escape.
that. I'm not doing that. They've said that if I go to trial, there won't even be a trial. It's just a guaranteed death sentence.
You won't go to trial. You'll escape on Saturday, and then
After we get the bonus.
yeah.
No, fine.
And then we repeat this on a bi-monthly basis.
Now you're pushing it, John. Even I think that. I mean, that'll just look suspicious.
Does everyone want to get their hands on me?
Because you're hot. I mean,
Wow, you got there before me. And I'm Mr. Molesty.
you're molesting
No, she approves of him more because of his honesty.
Anyway, we're healed up. I'm gonna go see Babs. I haven't talked to her for a couple of days.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna see.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I want to go and talk to my
I
fake
know.
girlfriend in this game.
Oh, so she's your fake girlfriend?
No.
Oh, I see. I
I
see.
meant my fake, not Vinny's. Vinny's real girlfriend. So yeah, go to IT.
Mm-hmm.
I'll carefully open the door.
Ah!
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm trying not to.
Goddamn Giga Chads.
Do I need to unscrew a light bulb in here first or something?
They won't let us do that.
They won't let you do that.
I have to go get my inhaler. I'm gonna
That's
die.
probably a good idea.
Why do I do this?
Oh, stop teasing him, Vincent.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Very well. So, how are you doing?
No, I'm.
You are already being defeated.
I was at a nice jazz club last night,
Mm-hmm.
and now, well, now that we're unfit to go on duty, I guess I'll make a stop around to, might go and see some of my old tutors at the academy.
Oh,
Hmm.
if you just want to check in on your sister.
Yeah, sure. How have you been? I see you caught the game.
Mm-hmm.
You seem amused.
We
I'm glad you're not mad at me
Why would I be mad at you?
because of the towel snapping in the locker rooms and what, you didn't know about that?
I know. I know all things.
Hmm.
I know about Candice's mud wrestling
Oh, okay.
and how you were very excited.
It was a good match. It was a draw.
Mm.
Normally in most things a draw is not usually a good outcome, but this was still an interesting match.
Mm. Nothing thrilling in two scantily clad women writhing around in the mud. Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is now we don't know who Hero Bun's going to be.
Oh, that is the problem.
Hmm. Although, when I think about it, isn't it really down to the people making the movie rather than any silly competition?
But it trumps up publicity.
Hmm.
The more longer this goes on, the happier they will be.
Good point. I wonder when they even start filming.
Oh, will be for some long time. Besides which, I would have thought you would be busy. Oh, going to the academy to recruit more assistants for your inevitable breaking cat burglar out of prison.
I don't know what you're
I've
talking
already
about.
begun getting the schematics for Precinct 1. It's a surprisingly difficult task.
I instantly just do the leaning over the computer, over the shoulder of the computer thing. Good job. What have you got so far?
Nothing, I just said.
Oh,
But I will.
good job. I knew you were the right man for the job even before I knew you were doing it.
I wouldn't be very good at in the technical department if I couldn't anticipate the needs of the officers under my care.
Now we need to find a way of of not being suspicious. I mean, we are police officers, but I'm sure Cook will suspect something.
Well, I'm sure you'll have that at hand.
Although he does seem to get along well with John. After all, he and they are a lot alike.
Really?
I'm
I
sure.
always thought junk barrels had more of a Clint Eastwood quality.
I'm sure in another life they could have been friends.
Well, it's not another life.
Yeah.
In this one, I demand they stab each other with picnic forks.
I mean, they're not so different, he and him.
It's a reference to Star Trek. It is.
But what one?
Original series first and then DS9. I believe it was Mark Leonard at first, and then Mark Alimo in DS9. Who bears no resemblance to Cook whatsoever. You know, it's a fairly safe bet that most of the references I'm making go right past you at a high speed.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you're like, I get this one. And I'm like, holy shit.
What the fuck?
Well, we've got a few days to sort out this. I mean, to not do anything about this cat burglar thing because she was legitimately arrested and isn't cruelly being tortured right now.
Well, thank you for dropping by
No, it's good to see you.
and spending time with Terrence.
He drew me in with his talk of rescuing some damsel in distress. I can't resist that.
Should get myself captured again.
No,
Then
no.
you get.
No. That's happened too many times as it is.
Happened like 3 times on one mission.
The only one who should be capturing you is me in my arms. Like this.
Rolling check.
This is what you walk in on.
In front of Terrence and everything.
Oh, please. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop now. This is creepy. I'll let go, baby. By the way, you shouldn't look at what Terrence is looking into.
Squint my eyes at Terrence. Well, what is Terrence looking into?
Skyrim.
Huh. What was that, like the 400th re-release?
238th. Everything from the 239th changed too many things. Since
Yeah.
when is Lydia a man?
Oh,
Naturally, I have all of the mods.
yeah. Of course.
Oh,
All of them.
wouldn't that make the game crash?
No, they fixed that problem after the 260th release.
Now you can have infinite mods.
Oh yeah, now it's on a 256-bit system.
Wouldn't some of the mods contradict the other mods?
That's why you have different profiles.
I was just double checking his exact phrasing. That message from Terrence. I will just reply to him in person now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't teasing you, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be after they slay the wolf pack, but
I would not be so sure about that.
we'll see. Well, it'll be after they get back to Night City. I'm not sure if it's one and back or away for multiple games.
Is that a rip or a smear of something?
It's a rip by the look.
That rip has been on the wallpaper for ages.
Jesus. Never mind, you just noticed that.
I really don't look at things that I see all the time. It's just...
I thought you were to say, I really don't look at things, Ken, while looking at Brendan.
But yeah, so just be ready.
Yeah.
They're going to win. They've won every game so far.
Yeah.
So they do.
No. Ever since they got Lisa on board, they're unstoppable.
Yeah. Sure was whoever managed to come up with that idea or convince her or to sort of put that out in the air, then the people who did that, they must be two real handsome, powerful gentlemen.
Yeah. Gods amongst men.
Pinnacle
Terry
of
and
their kind.
Chang.
And very humble.
That's the most humble. They
The
would
most
have,
humble.
They would have to be.
I know a lot of people. A lot of people have been saying, my favorite president, me. It sure was a good thing you convinced the Ravens to take Lisa. I said, no. I didn't do that. A lot of people say, yeah, but you did. You were the inspiration. I'm like, really? I was? But I sure am great. That was a tremendous decision. Perhaps the greatest decision. The best. No, it was. I'm telling you, folks, it was the best decision. Crooked Hillary wanted to stay separate and unemployed. She wants a lot of people unemployed. She wanted to bring immigrants in from Mexico to be on the Ravens. I said, no, let's build a wall. A beautiful wall. Keep the Mexicans where they belong in that shithole. The Ravens needed Lisa. They needed her a lot. She's tremendous. One of the most tremendous, perhaps the greatest of all times. I don't say that. Other people say that. And I'm not just bloviating. I'm telling you, they're honorable people.
Perfect.
Nah, it was a bit off.
I like that Hillary was going to get immigrants in to be on the Ravens.
I was expecting to hear like Crooked Alice or something, but no, it's still Hillary.
They said, no, that's just racist. I'm not. It's China. They come across the border and steal all the Halloween candy. It's true. Look, I don't say that. Look at the video. A bunch of foreigners speaking loopy talk. Moon speak. I don't say that. Other people say that. Stealing all the American candy. And the American kids, they come up and they look and they say, there's no candy. And they say, of course they're not. The Democrats stole it like they stole the election. I'm not saying that. The judge said that. In Connecticut. Look it up, folks. They've ruled that whole thing as bullshit. I told you it was bullshit. Didn't I say that? I said a lot of people say it's bullshit. I don't say that. Other people do. That's what I said. And you got all 82,000 emails from Crooked Joe, from Sleepy Joe. All under pseudonyms talking about his son Hunter. Why is official government things under a pseudonym? I said, that doesn't sound right. That sounds crooked. They said, Donald, you're a crazy man and a liar. I'm not lying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the things that everyone's talking about. They say, Donald, we wish the country was back in your great big hands. The biggest hands, folks. Not small. Don't listen to that. It's just fake news. They're huge.
So what are your plans?
I love that that's just something he can't get over. It's just like, your hands are small.
No.
I have the biggest head.
The biggest hands.
What are your plans for the rest of the day?
I need to stop by the clinic and see if
just
I can
went
book
there.
an appointment. No, the actual clinic.
Oh, okay.
Apart from that, I don't really have any plans.
It's right here. No wonder the nerds recoil.
Where do you think I got the affectation from? Ooh. Boobs ahoy.
Well, I don't know if you want to follow me, but I may as well get that out of the way now.
Sure. Just in case something happens.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can pick these up off the desk.
Yeah. Lambotari. So much cooler than your car. I don't even have a car. Advertising exec found dead. Oh no! A corporate executive has somehow died in Night City. This is the greatest tragedy to ever occur, and so rare. But wait, dear reader, there is more to tell to this oddity. Sarah Hempelman, 67, was the advertising genius behind Honey Frosted Sousaphones, so I know why she was killed. And more recently, Mulk!
Oh.
No! Sarah was a lifetime Continental Brands employee, and if you don't count the first 3 years of her career, and had worked on many successful campaigns, writing copy for Continental Brands. You really have no choice, and we never ripped off nothing. But as high-ranked executives fell away and she rose up, becoming head of the natural food subdivision just 3 months ago, helming and advertising for Mulk, the #1 most demanded liquid product sold by Continental Brands. NCPD have been refused permission to investigate, as Continental Brands fears corporate secrets may get out. Besides which, they claim to be investigating themselves.
Oh, well, there we go.
However, NCPD spokespersons say that the police are going to select their own investigators and force the issue. The days of unchecked corporate power ended with the Fourth Corporate War. They are accountable now, and we find it a little hard to believe that someone so highly placed and so successful suddenly died right after she requested a meeting with the district attorney. Red crewmate immediately jumped up at the meeting and yelled, "I knew it! That's mega sus! Did anyone else see Continental Brands doing tasks?" The press corps did a quick consultation and all agreed that no, none of us had, and that yes, that was pretty sus. Crying Clown Girl rebuked the press corps and said the red crewmate was the dated reference. The NCPD say there were a number of suspicious events surrounding the death, not the least of which was her newly signed last will and testament, the ink still wet, found near her body. Nothing about this adds up, the spokesperson said. We get really sus with this last will's being changed. The circumstances of the deaths are similar to the recent deaths of tech dub artist Volbeat. Volbeat, a rising new name in the tech dub scene, was found dead of a heart attack, reclined on his couch, a brand new contract with BMI just signed beside him. The tech dubber, only 17 at the time of his death, is said to be straight edge, and the death has been ruled as natural causes, with no other evidence, other than a COVID-19 booster card with a recent stamp on it. This was declared as nonsense, as there were no similarities between the two. According to the NCPD, other than the untimely deaths, and the recently signed legal documents, and the 2 bullet holes in their head, I shouldn't have said that, said Sergeant Hagrid, finished lamely.
Shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that. It is this last statement which has led some garden sleuths to say there might be something untoward about Sarah Hempelman's death. Monk.
Of course, they have the advertising right there. Amendment to threat. After we printed the Roadcon's direct threat to the NCPD, we received another letter from them. Naturally, we are reprinting it with no regard for public safety. Due to a minor miscommunication, we stated we had John Barrow's woman. This was an error. We have an associate of his. Since he did not show and sent the NCPD instead, we assume he thought this was a bluff of some kind. This time, John. This time, or she dies. Pretty scary. We hope an exciting gun battle or something. I will also, because that was pretty short.
No. You read that whole Salazar's book. Make Brendan read it.
Okay.
Hero Bun wrestling result not found. Everyone knows Candice Hardridge is hot right now. On a tear, one would say. Imagine if she lost a mud wrestling contest to a pro wrestler. How that might give clues to countering her to rival teams. Imagine taking that risk over a movie role. But she did. Candice Hardridge put on the teeniest of bikinis and rolled around in the mud with Sexy wrestling baddie Velvet Hammer for an hour. This secret battle was witnessed by few, who all said the two women went to war, with the balance of power swinging back and forth. Velvet Hammer seemed to have the advantage initially, but Candice displayed a quick learning curve and adaptability which had her leading after about the halfway mark. After half an hour of softcore pornography, the referee called the match at the time limit, leaving two exhausted, muddy women with no result to their dispute. Of course, as the weakened and tired gladiators left, they were attacked by opportunistic road cons. At least that is what witnesses say. They also say that the girls had thought ahead enough to bring backup. Reportedly, the dirty pair of Vincent Chill Justice Straker and John the Coronado Gay Nazi Cowboy Butcher Barrows. The role is still disputed, insiders say. We'll have to wait to see what the two will do next to decide. Pole dancing contest? Lap dance off? Sex? Can you win at sexing? For science, they should probably find out. Take pictures. For science.
I agree. I mean, anyway, moving on.
About the pictures.
Pictures. They're right there. There's boobs.
Yeah, oh look, it looks like her bikini top got slightly ripped there.
Those bikinis are too big. I said tiny.
Hmm.
Those are not tiny. Those are small.
Dangerous cyberware spreading by Link Masterton. Grafted muscle and bone lace, you know it, you love it. It's nearly impossible to recover from someone who thought it would make them invincible. And it didn't. So grafted muscle and bone lace kits are at a premium right now. If you don't have it now, you aren't likely to get it anytime soon. The reason is a piece of cyber warfare. Most kits of grafted muscle and bone lace, GMBL, have been contaminated by a clever nanovirus which cannot be separated from GMBL and causes lasting degeneration, discomfort, and in some cases paralysis. The nanovirus, called COTA-2, was developed by Finglong Machine Man Synergies, a neocorp growing in mainland China, intended for use in what was termed by them the inevitable fifth corporate war. According to Finlong official releases, the release of COTA-2 was an act of industrial sabotage likely perpetrated by unscrupulous Western corporations jealous of Finlong's superior and improved technologies. It is nothing more than an attempt to bring about disrepute to Finlong, who admit no wrongdoing. So far, so standard. However, a lot of exhaustive digging uncovers some additional truth. Finlong Machine Men Synergies is a privately owned company chaired by Zhongji, but not owned by Zhongji. Zhongji seems to not exist except as a paper tiger. No, in fact, Finlong is owned by Zhongji Fully Holding Corporation, which is owned by two companies, Zhangfei Investments and Guanyu Technology. Zhangfei Investments is owned by three major stakeholders, all of whom are employed by separate companies, or should I say, shell corporations, each of which has a number of other links to the chain, which lead right back to Militech, and thereby Elizabeth Kress. Guanyu Technology is a publicly traded company with stockholders across Asia and Europe. However, 52% of the stock is held by two parties, Brundage Weissman and Johnson & Peen Heavy Industries, a pair of neocorps who happen to have the same incorporation date and location. These two companies have the same address, in Seattle. A little more digging uncovers the two companies are owned and nationalized by the Noosa government. So, why is the Noosa government researching cyber warfare nanoviruses to attack GMBL? The answer is obvious, because it is a reasonable thing to do in this world, still sick from the fallout of the Fourth Corporate War. So would the Noosa release a virus that infects GMBL at this juncture? Not likely. It makes more sense that indeed the COTA-2 virus was likely therefore either accidentally released or stolen and released by a rival, just as they say. Unless you take into account that their official release targets Western companies and a second one later accuses Noosa agents specifically. Why would you accuse yourself so publicly? Why pick a fight with yourself? In light of these pieces of information, the conclusion must be that this event, intended by the Noosa or not, has been seized upon to play out an elaborate performative farce. Which makes sense when you understand that Cota 2, what Cota 2 does when it infects something other than GMBL, like Borgware. Cota 2 can jump from infected GMBL to something it connects to, particularly an artificial shoulder mount or neural link. Artificial shoulder mounts begin to deteriorate their transmission, reducing the utility of those attached limbs over time. But this is what happens when it comes into contact with neural wear through the neural link. It is truly horrifying. It seems that in most cases it causes synaptic degradation, slowly so it is not noticeable. It rewrites the neural map so that even cloning cannot restore function to the brain. Is this intended? I say yes. Since a simple treatment can fix the problem, a drug called Fentanyl, produced by Liza Pharmacological, a lot of work can reveal that the eventual owner of Liza Pharmaceutical is, drumroll please, the Noosa government.
No, sorry, you just get a drug and I'm good.
Yep. 100
Probably.
eddies a week, mister.
That's pretty horrific.
So the original thing, not based on anything in the real world.
Yes, not at all. This one goes on top.
Why?
Because it has the sexy cat burglar picture. Therefore it has to be on top.
The sexy cat? Okay. You're weird. You're very weird. This is me saying that.
Yeah.
Showing pictures of sexy women. What's wrong with you? That's not very
sexy
woke.
restrained woman.
No, you've got to have ugly women who look like men.
He's right. Yeah.
Must only be attracted to Gorlock the Destroyer.
What do you think we're moving this game to from where it is here to California next week?
Shit, I better get my passport sorted out.
And your COVID pass.
Mm.
That's a thing that's necessary.
Going to the clinic.
Yeah, maybe not.
We're not going to the clinic?
Well, two things. One, the article about grafted muscle and bone lace concerning.
It wasn't about grafted muscle and bone lace. It was about the virus and why the company may have intentionally released it in a wet market.
So maybe I'll have to think a little more before I decide what I'm doing with that.
You
Also,
want to make sure it's clean.
yeah, that might be difficult.
Well, especially if it jumps.
Either way, there was also that amendment to the threat.
So who do you think they're talking about?
Could be Weller.
When was the last time you talked to or saw Weller?
I saw her at the game. So it's possible.
Maybe you should call her.
Yeah, I guess. If it's her, we should know. Internal Affairs will want to be aware. We'll try to call Weller.